I believe our charge here at Odessa High School is to give students the opportunity to explore a variety of their interests. And through this exploration, that'll open doors to their future. We can, through instruction, through feedback, through engaging them in activities, that we can help grow their self-esteem. And once that is accomplished, they can say, yes, I can do that. Each and every day, we give our students activities and opportunities to become ducks, which means they are determined, united, creative, kind scholars. And that's what we're about here at Odessa High School.
Thank you. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors and the singing of our national anthem by the Odessa Choir. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Even when you leave, this does not leave you. When you are lost, just listen, you will always find your way home. It's impossible to go from your heart without becoming a part of who you are. You are another.
Good morning, Odessa High School. Today is Saturday, June 8th, and it is graduation day. My name is Isaiah Santiago, and as my final official morning announcement, I would like to welcome the Appoquinimink School District leaders, the Odessa High School staff, the families of the graduates, and most importantly, Odessa's high school's first graduating class of 2024 to Odessa High School's first ever commencement ceremony. It is my great pleasure to stand before you here today to celebrate this momentous occasion. It feels surreal to think we began our journey as tiny faces on a Zoom screen and yet grew into the proud graduates we have become today. As we reflect on our journey, remember the challenges that were overcome, the friendships that were formed, and the lessons learned. Cherish these memories. Congratulations, fellow classmates.
Good morning, class of 2024, parents, staff, friends, and honored guests. My name is Renee Mwenga, and on this special day, I am proud to welcome and introduce to you our distinguished platform guests. Our superintendent, Dr. Matthew Burrows, our deputy superintendent, Dr. TJ Very, our assistant superintendent, Dr. Gina Robinson, and proud mother of one of our fellow graduates, Mrs. Michelle Wall, Vice President, Mr. Richard Forston, Esquire, board members, Mr. Norm Abrams, Ms. Nichelle DeWitt, an additional proud mother of yet another fellow graduate of ours, Ms. Toshiba Graham, and last but not least, our keynote speaker and former superintendent of Appoquinimink School District, Dr. Tony Marchio. And on the other side of our podium, Dr. Vonnie Prime, our assistant principals, Mr. Bram Perry, Ms. Kirsten Kroner, and Ms. Shannon Mann, and our lovely class advisors, Ms. Nikki Dalton, and Ms. Nikita Williams. They are all here to witness our special moment and day marked in history for the first graduating class from Odessa High School. We as a class have gone through so much in our race towards adulthood. For example, COVID-19. It impacted us throughout our classes, socializing, and just being teenagers in general. We have had so many things taken from us, yet we're still standing. So many setbacks and rejection letters and emails throughout our college process, yet we're still standing. And despite not having any upperclassmen to look up to when we were freshmen, we continued to stand and became the role models for those after us. In spite of all adversities, we bounce back, and that is exactly who we are. This quote from Ruby Bridges, a leader in our country's fight against segregation, reminded me of our journey here at Odessa High. She said, "Don't follow the path, go where there is no path, and create a trail." We have not followed the traditional way of a high school and how it should be, but we've made our own unique experiences here with each and every one of us at Odessa High. We are different people from different backgrounds grouped into one community, but not just any community, a family. All in all, I want to thank all of our teachers, parents, mentors, coaches, and friends for helping us throughout this journey. Thank you, Duck Nation family, and congratulations to all.
Good morning, and welcome to this most glorious event. This morning, I am full of gratitude, grateful for everything that has occurred that brought us all here together today. I want to be sure to thank everyone who put their trust in me. Thank you, Dr. Burrows and the Board of Education for trusting me to launch Odessa High School. Stephen Covey once said, "Trust is the highest form of human motivation." Your trust gave me the confidence, motivation, and inspiration to develop a vision for Odessa High School, a vision to advocate for and provide supportive environments that craft learners' personal identities and inspire their impact as leaders in a global society. And look, now here we are with our very first 281 ducks, equipped with the school skills and the tools to take flight in that global society. Thank you, families, for entrusting me with the lives and the education of your children, your most precious gifts. Thank you. My co-founder and conspirator, Mr. Brant Perry, and I made a lot of promises to you about the educational opportunities and experiences your children would have at Odessa High School. Hopefully, from your vantage point, we delivered on all of them. We initially met with the pizza with the principal nights, and then via Zoom and phone calls, listening to your concerns and answering your questions as we shared our vision for the programs that we envisioned. Then together, we built a staff, a rather magnificent one, I might add, expanding it every year to accommodate each new grade level. And we trusted these exceptional educators to utilize their skill and passion to assist in the building of our culture here at Duck Nation. Each and every one of you sitting here took a chance on us, allowing us to lead our 9th graders into becoming AP scholars and award winners at the local, state, and national levels. Due to your trust, in 4 years, our programs have grown to rival and even surpass some schools with decades of history. So thank you, district leaders, thank you, families, and thank you, staff, for your trust, belief, and encouragement as vital members and contributors to our Duck Nation village. And now to my ducks. My babies are all grown up and ready to fly into the world. Looking back, I know there were times you thought, why is that crazy lady always telling me to get to class, pull my mask up, put my hood down? And then I'd follow you right into your classroom, listen to your group discussions, and ask you questions about what you were learning. Oh, I know, I was relentless. Put that phone away. Listen to your teachers. Do your assignments. So, why did I do it? Because that's what good mama ducks do. They push their ducklings out of the comfort of the nest and encourage them to keep trying, keep practicing until they too can fly. I knew you could do it. You just needed the proper encouragement and support to realize that you could do it. Each morning, my YouTube trainer pushes me by saying, just one more rep. And that's what I wanted for you. One more rep. One more rep to prove to yourself that you could do it. And now look at you all, sitting there in your graduation gear, looking all slick and fancy. You did it, and I couldn't be prouder. I'm proud of what you accomplished in the classroom, on the fields, on the stage, and out in our community. You have developed into fine and multi-talented young people. But you can't stop here. You need to keep pushing yourself to complete just one more rep, to keep evolving and improving as a person, finding your niche in society and honing your creative capacity. This will help you lead full and productive lives, one that will improve the world in which we live, just as you have bonded together to define and build our culture here at Odessa High School. So thank you, my determined, united, creative, kind scholars, for being thriving members of my flock. It has been an honor and a privilege to be your principal. My wish for you is an extraordinary flight as we all, yes, me included, take off for our next adventure. But before you begin that flight, be sure to extend your gratitude to all who helped you get to this destination in your journey. And what an amazing journey it's been. Go Ducks! Thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. And now I'd like to welcome to join me at the podium two very proud Duck Nation moms, Board Member Nichelle DeWitt and Board President Michelle Wall. Ladies.
Good morning to the first graduation class of Odessa High School. My name is Nichelle DeWitt, and as a board member and parent, I have witnessed your journey firsthand, and am honored to address you today on behalf of the Appoquinimink School District Board. You are not just students, you are also Ducks. To our family and friends, Ducks is an acronym. The D stands for determined, the U stands for united, the C stands for creative, the K stands for kind, and the S stands for scholars. Yes, you are scholars, a testament to hard work and dedication. Your determination has been a driving force behind your success, pushing you to excel in every challenge and to rise above every obstacle. Throughout these years, you have shown us what it means to be united, whether in classrooms, on the field, or during extracurricular activities. Your ability to come together as a cohesive unit has been inspiring. This unity reflects your strength and will be an invaluable asset as you step into the future. Your creativity has also shone brightly in your projects, your performances, and your problem solving. You've demonstrated that thinking outside the box is just not an exercise, but a way of life. This creative spark will continue to lighten your path and lead you to the new and exciting horizons. Moreover, you have shown incredible kindness in your interactions with your peers, your teachers, and the community. Your empathy and compassion have made a significant impact. In a world that often emphasizes competition, you have proven that kindness is not only possible, but essential. As you embark on the next chapter of your lives, remember these qualities. Stay determined, remain united, nurture your creativity, and above all, be kind. These are the traits that define you as scholars and individuals that will be poised to make a difference in the world. Congratulations, class of 2024, and best of luck on your journey ahead. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. It's an honor to stand here before you today as both a school board member and a mom, along with the rest of the Appoquinimink School Board, as we celebrate this tremendous occasion of graduation. I, like many of you, have been looking forward to this day since I put a tiny paper apple around the neck of my daughter and put her on the bus to the Appoquinimink Kindergarten Center. I waved goodbye, praying specifically that she would be brave and that the world would be kind. This is a sentiment that I have echoed in my heart almost every single day since the first day of school. As a parent, I've always believed that it's important that we give our children both roots and wings. Roots are a strong foundation, a sense of home, an understanding of belonging. Wings, so that you can go out into the world with the knowledge and the love to care for others, so you can fly. I think it's the same for a school community. It's our responsibility to equip our students with a strong foundation, with skills and the opportunities so they can successfully go into the world. After these ducks cross the stage today, they will embody the motto of the Appoquinimink School District, making the world their campus. As Nichelle had said, they are ducks. They are determined, united, creative, kind scholars. I believe that they are also brave. They were tasked with not being the first and only graduating class of Odessa High School, but they were tasked with being the first of many. The class of 2024, this specific class of Odessa High School, the first class, was essentially given the unique challenge of being seniors for 4 years as you establish programs, sports, clubs, pathways, etc. You have successfully navigated this and will leave a legacy in the classrooms, in the arts, on the sports fields, and in the community. Today, as your new adventure begins, as the Ducks cross the stage to receive their diplomas, I would like to ask all of you to join me in wishing the class of 2024 the same sentiment that I've always wished for my own daughters. May you continue to be brave, and may the world be kind. Together, we've given our ducks the roots. They've always had the wings. Now it's time for them to fly. Go Ducks.
Good morning, everyone. On the behalf of the class of 2024, I would like to welcome all faculty, friends, and family. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Logan Ament, and I am one of the 281 students graduating at this very moment. Today, I am more than grateful to formally recognize a close friend of mine, someone who I have shared almost every class and lunch period with since freshman year. It is my distinct honor to introduce my lifelong friend, Carson Alberding, as Odessa High School's first salutatorian. From my own experience, Carson Alberding has greatly demonstrated what it means to persevere no matter the obstacles that lay ahead. I have had the privilege to witness Carson's unparalleled work ethic when doing competitions for Technology Students Association, completing projects in engineering, and even just getting to work alongside him through all the courses we have taken together. As a shining example of what it means to be a scholar, I am more than grateful that I've shared my high school years with him. As of this very minute, I will quit yapping and give Carson a chance to speak. Godspeed, Carson. Godspeed. Congratulations.
Good morning, distinguished faculty, families, board members, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. It is my honor and privilege to be here today to address the first graduating class of Odessa High School. I would not be here today without the guidance, inspiration, and encouragement from not only my family, but from the outstanding staff here at Odessa. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the effort and dedication that my teachers put into our educational experiences. Even during freshman year, when no one knew what they were doing or what to expect, the teachers still made it possible to instruct us while keeping an element of fun. I remember the first day of AP Human Geography when we joined the Zoom and Mr. Willoughby was playing All Star by Smash Mouth, trying to get us hyped up for his class. And I'm sure you all want to forget doing exercises on Zoom for PE class. But in all seriousness, we took what was a terrible situation and made the best of it. Throughout these 4 years, we've all taken the risk of trying something new or unknown. But with commitment and unity, we have always persevered through these challenges. Starting out with brand new sports teams with only freshman players facing well-established schools. Of course, many of us lost at first. But as we practiced through the face of defeat, in the end, we proved to be a dominant force. And the same could be said for our education. Our time at Odessa High School has not only equipped us with the knowledge, but has also instilled in us the invaluable lesson of determination. Many of us took difficult classes, not just for the credits, but also to pursue a genuine interest in the subject. Just kidding, that might only be me. But all of these difficult classes taught us something very important, even though the content may have seemed pretty mundane at first. How many times have we asked ourselves and our teachers, why am I learning this, and when am I going to use this in real life? And it's true that we may never need to know chemical formulas or historical facts again. But what these classes have taught us is that even though we may have struggled and complained, we will always have the ability to adapt to new challenges. To quote Albert Einstein, education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Personally, what remains for me are the skills I've acquired, the work ethic I've developed, and the academic rigor that has prepared me for whatever comes next. Oh, and I suppose I've learned a thing or two as well. But perhaps the great Benjamin Franklin said it best: energy and persistence conquer all things. So, my fellow Ducks, we are ready to fly, and I can't wait to see how far we go. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Shelley Wong, and as a math teacher here at Duck Nation, it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce a truly remarkable individual, a student who has set the bar high for future generations of Odessa High School. Our valedictorian has exemplified dedication, resilience, commitment to academic excellence, and most importantly, a love for learning. I was lucky enough to serve as her teacher for a majority of her high school math career and as her advisor in extracurricular activities. Some of you may know her as a mild-mannered, quiet, and brilliant person. And yes, that's all true. And I want to highlight that beyond her academic achievements, it is her kindness, her sense of humor, and her warm-hearted nature that make her an exceptionally memorable student to me. Her willingness to help and offer to stay the whole day for our Leadership Council car wash that raised $1,000 during freshman year. Her ability to make a whole room laugh with a one-liner from out of nowhere, and the way she stepped up to restructure our recruitment and retention efforts in making spaces like Math League feel like a home for our students and all the students in Region 6. These are just some of the ways she has made a lasting impact on our school community. As we celebrate this huge milestone of this historic graduation of the inaugural class of Odessa High School, we are filled with pride and confidence that she will continue to inspire and achieve greatness as she heads off to Columbia University in the fall. Please now join me in welcoming to the stage our valedictorian, Miss Tejasvi Gotapati.
Thank you, Ms. Wong, and thank you to the students, teachers, parents, and staff who made these 4 years everything that they were. It's an honor to stand before you as the valedictorian of our graduating class. Today is a day we've been eagerly counting down to for what feels like forever. I'm sure many of us have spent the past few months thinking, I can't wait to graduate, or I can't wait to move out. And who could blame us? The excitement of what lies ahead is exhilarating. With bright futures ahead of us, let's take a moment to reflect on the wisdom shared today. Oftentimes, we're so focused on the future that we forget to live in the present. We eagerly anticipate milestones, whether it's starting high school, becoming seniors, or the big one, graduating. For the parents, grandparents, uncles, and aunts, you couldn't wait to watch us take our first steps, say our first words, get on the bus for the first time, and see us graduate kindergarten. When we rush toward these moments, we risk missing out on the beauty of the present. As students, we've experienced countless memories here at Odessa. From our freshman year online game nights to senior prom, each moment has shaped our high school experience. So let's take a moment to soak this in. Today, we're not just bidding farewell to our beloved school. We're also stepping into a new chapter of our lives. Higher education, careers, and military service. Dreams, goals, and aspirations are vital to success. We should dream big, set massive goals, and strive forward. Let's cherish the pride and excitement we feel today, not just for the future it promises, but the present it represents. As a famous person once said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. So, my fellow graduates, let's take a look around and appreciate where we are right now. Let's savor every moment, from our morning coffee trips to late night drives with friends. Let's cherish the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Because this moment right now is fleeting. It's never going to happen again. As we leave the duck pond today, let's carry with us the reminder to live in the present. Savor each moment, and not to be quick to wish these days away for something better. Because the present moment is the only time we are truly living. Cherish the last waves goodbye with your friends, the last hugs with your family, and our last time in this building as a high school student. Enjoy your journey and enjoy the present moment, because that thing you can't wait for will be here soon enough. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2024. We did it.
In May, our staff and community honored many of our seniors for their achievements over the last 4 years at our inaugural Senior Awards ceremony. We are proud to share the class of 2024 has amassed awards and scholarships to the total of $7,556,280. Determined scholar seniors who have received an award or scholarship, please stand at this time to be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. It is now my honor to introduce our keynote speaker. As an educator and Appoquinimink superintendent, Dr. Tony Marcio guided our district through years of challenges and change. I recently spoke with a past board member who served along Dr. Marcio, who stated, "We simply could not have navigated our district with such success without him." Please welcome to the podium former Superintendent Dr. Tony Marcio.
Thank you, Mr. Perry. Dr. Burrows, Board of Education members, Dr. Perrine, Odessa High School administration and staff, parents, guests, and you, the Odessa High School class of 2024, I want you to know that it's a pleasure for me to be here this morning and to address your class. But before I make my remarks, I would like to thank Dr. Perrine for inviting me here this morning. I'm a big fan of Dr. Perrine. We've worked together for several years, and I was a public school educator for 41 years. And in those years, I've never met a more dedicated, more caring, more competent, more compassionate person than Dr. Perrine. We were all very fortunate to have her with us. So thank you. Thank you for I do want to tell you, honestly, that I'm very touched and very honored to be here. This is a very historic occasion. And I've been retired from the school district for 13 years now. And one of the nicest things that could happen to a retiree is to be remembered. Sometimes you feel like you walk out the door and sail into the sunset. So it's nice to be remembered, especially with such an occasion like this. And to be honest, at this age, it's just nice to be alive. So I'm glad to be here. Although I've been retired for a while, I do want you to know that Odessa High School has always been a big part of my life and was a big part of my life during my tenure here in Appoquinimink. We purchased 273 acres, and this was all a cornfield here, with the vision of creating a K-12 campus unlike any other campus in the country. And we did a national search to develop this site, to give us a vision of what it might look like when it's completed. And it was a very, very exciting project, I could tell you that. But we had a big problem when we started developing the land. We found out a little too late that this had been the site of a colony of box turtles. And so the Department of Natural Resources got involved. We spent months looking for box turtles. Every inch of ground was covered. Built a screen fence all the way around the property and spent $160,000 searching for box turtles. And I just want to say this to all of you. If you find a box turtle, any of you, parents or students, take it home and don't say a word to anybody. To be honest with you, all this talk about the ducks, you could have very easily been called the turtles. I don't know how that would have worked out. I think ducks are a little better, but it might have been appropriate also. Finally, the ground was broken in 2010, and the first two buildings were built on this site. And this turned out to be an absolutely magnificent facility and complex. It's been a long journey to get here, but I do want to tell you that I feel that you students have been in one of the most beautiful high schools in this country. I brought a guest by yesterday, and he just could not believe it. He had been a superintendent in another district and just marveled at this school. So it's a beautiful school, and we're all applauding you students today. And it would be nice for you students to applaud your parents and community members who voted twice to raise their own taxes to build this facility. So let's give them a nice round of applause. And parents and community members, you've given these students a magnificent gift that'll be here for years to come. So thank you. Thank you very much. I do want to say this, that although the facility is beautiful here, I've come to recognize that the most impressive part of this building, and I'm seeing that this morning, are the students who occupy this school. Dr. Perrine gave me a grand tour not too awfully long ago, and I met several members of the student body. A guy named Seth Kenner, is he around here? Where is he? So I just talked to Seth a little while out in the hall. What a gentleman he was. Asked good questions, was curious about the school and how it happened to come about, and an impressive young man. And then I learned that he was the first national officer of the Jobs for Delaware Graduates and was making a name for himself here in the school. So congratulations to you, Seth. And then I met a young man named Jeremiah Green. Is Jeremiah here? Jeremiah was working the crowd when I came in. He was chit-chat with students, especially the young ladies in the crowd. And I am convinced that this guy is going to be our president one of these days. So nice meeting you. And then I met two underclassmen, a girl named Lizzie Hanlon and John Hanlon, who were the grandchildren of Mike Hanlon. And he was a respected teacher who I worked with for many years when we were in the district together. And then it dawned on me that what was happening here, and Mr. Hanlon and other educators were passing on to another generation what we had worked hard for in the district. And it was a good feeling to see that and to see it passed on to students like you. Students, I know this is a happy day for you, and it should be happy, but it could also be a sad time for you as well. And leaving can be difficult, but there is something about leaving that I hope you think about today. There's an old saying, you never really leave a place you love. Part of it you take with you, leaving a part behind. As you leave here today, as you leave this school, I ask you to reflect upon what you have left behind here at Odessa High School. And remember this, Odessa High School is what it is right now, largely in part because of your presence here. Traditions, customs that will be followed for years, the first football games, the first homecoming, the first prom, the first honors assemblies, the fight song, the alma mater, they all came into existence during your years of leadership here. And more importantly, the character, the reputation, the climate of this school began to take shape during your tenure. You have left an indelible mark on Odessa High School that will be here long after you're gone. So students, with that thought in mind, I would like for you to think beyond high school for a minute. And what matters even more than the mark that you have left on your high school is thinking about the mark that you will leave on the world. That's a long ways off, I realize that, but it's something perhaps to start thinking about now. It's something I have thought about very often at this stage in my life, and we're a half a century apart, so I can reflect back and think about my own experience as I make these remarks to you. And so the key question I ask you today is this: what mark will you leave on the world at the end of your career? Start thinking about that now. And so we find ourselves right now in one of the most difficult times in the history of our country, and I'm afraid we're leaving you some real challenges when you enter our world. The challenges we face are enormous, and while changing the world is a big order, the solution to those changes might be easier than you think. If the world is going to be changed, it will be done by everyday people like you and me doing very simple things. And here are my thoughts on what you can do. Treat everyone you encounter, regardless of who they are or what they look like, with kindness and respect and dignity. Give to those who have less than you. Share your talents with others. Get involved. Be generous. Volunteer to help others in need. Run for the school board when you get older. Mentor a child. Coach a youth league. Love your parents while you have them with you. Right, parents? And I'll tell you a bigger challenge. Even love your brothers and sisters. If your grandparents are here today, love them as well. Grandparents, I would like for you to do this. If your grandparents start to ramble on a little today, let them ramble. Let them ramble. Take notes. Maybe even record them. I do want to admit this to you. I have a granddaughter. My youngest granddaughter will be graduating later on today, and I plan on rambling on all day. So grandparents, do the same thing. And when it's time for you, students, to be parents yourself, make that the most important thing you do. Listen hard, don't judge others, make good friends, find people who love you and who you can love back. Make as many connections as possible. Connections, that's the key. At the end of the day, when you get to where I am in life, you come to realize that the success you have will be determined by the number of lives you have touched in a positive way. Maya Angelou once said, "Your legacy is every life you touch." In short, students, I'm asking you to do this. I'm asking you to get a life. Get a real life. While the problems of the world are quite complex, sometimes making things better is quite simple. Each of us has within our power the ability to make positive changes without being rocket scientists or Nobel Prize winners. All of you want to do well, I'm sure of that. But if you do not do good, then doing well will never be enough. Vincent van Gogh, world-renowned artist, once said, "Great things are done by a series of small things brought together." My hope for all of you is that you will make the same positive impact on the world that you did in high school. You learned a lot in the classroom, and this school was your world. Now your classroom is everywhere, and your exam comes later on in life. Pericles, the ancient Greek philosopher, once said, "What you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone mountains, but what is woven into the lives of others." So students, ducks, I feel like you're my ducks too. I say this to you: how bright will your torch burn when you pass it on to the future generation? Knowing you as I do, and recognizing the talented students in your class, I believe your presence will be felt, and I believe you will make a difference. And so I say to you this: let it be said, long after this ceremony has ended, that it was your class, the graduates of the class of 2024, the very first graduating class of Odessa High School, that began the long journey towards a better world. And let us be inspired along the way by Lord Tennyson. "I am all that I have met. Though much is taken, much abides. That which we are, we are. One equal temper of heroic hearts, strong in will, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield." Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you all again for joining us today on a day that 13 years ago felt so far away. For those who do not know, I am Bella, and this is Seth. We are speaking today to rekindle the past 4 years with you all. From kindergarten to now, all of us in this room have sacrificed to make it to a day that felt like we would never see. The global pandemic threw us all for a loop, shifting the way we had to do high school. Few can say that they were the first graduating class of a brand new school. With that title came tremendous opportunity, as well as a lot of pressure. We defined what it meant to be a duck. We had our teachers and our admin to cheer us on, but it was up to us to capture the image of what a duck should be. Despite our different experiences here, we are all connected by a symbol that quacks.
We never expected to spend our freshman year in front of a computer screen. We were isolated from our classmates, microphones and cameras off, some of us half asleep. But being virtual did not stop us from creating our own traditions. Wednesdays became game and movie night, hosted on Zoom by Ms. Wong and Leadership Council. A return to the building found some of us crammed together in the math wing, while other cohorts of students like Bella and I were still fully virtual. Teachers like Emily Miller navigated this transition well, helping virtual students like me feel deeply connected to the students in my class. One of my biggest supporters here at Duck Nation, she has always been determined to make sure I stayed on track these past 4 years.
Sophomore year was a year of relief, finally being able to be together in one building. Well, even if we had to share that building with middle schoolers. We got to experience what a true Friday Night Lights were, with our friends and staff supporting the football team and the cheerleaders. Piece by piece, we were building our school spirit with pep rallies and started the tradition of Pi Day for the Be Positive Foundation. Making history that year, our football and girls soccer team made the playoffs. Let's not forget about the part we all loved best about senior year, sophomore year. Driver's ed, where we began to gain more independence and freedoms.
Junior year. With the pressure preparing for college finally sinking in, we realized we needed to lock in with our academics. We made waves, Ducks, between some of us earning AP awards, becoming all-state musicians, CTE students competing at state and national competitions, and one of us got elected to serve in a national officer position. Yours truly. Not only were we determined in our academics, but we showed determination on the field as well, with many more of our teams making the playoffs and several athletes earning the title of All-Conference and even Player of the Year.
Here it is, our senior year. We achieved many more accomplishments, from the band who will be performing at the London New Year's Day Parade to the performing arts students who have put on multiple wonderful performances, including Noises Off and Beauty and the Beast. Senior year also taught us many life lessons, serious post-planning high school to understanding finances. This year was all about being united as one, with fun events like Senior Sunrise, Senior Prom, and Senior Sunset, and even the required events like our capstone and immersion experiences. I thank Mrs. Ann Terranova for helping with those capstone and immersion experiences, which taught us how to think, speak, and adapt to new situations. You were my comfort teachers this year, and I could not have survived senior year without you.
Being the first graduating class of Odessa High School has become a part of our identity. Look around. Take in what we have made. From Ducks Core Value Awards, to field days after AP testing, to recognition of legacy athletes at pep rallies. We have created new traditions that define who we are as a Duck Nation family.
We are trailblazers in the way that we set the blueprint for future Ducks to be bold and brave and how they will create their own legacies. Let us not forget to continue to be bold and brave in creating the futures we want for ourselves.
So, today marks the end of the beginning, but also the beginning to the rest of our lives. Our knowledge and wisdom we have obtained so far, we now carry to become the person we want to be in life. So, class of 2024, never stop chasing your dreams because you can do anything you put your mind to. So always remember to allow the past to be the outline of your future and keep on shining, class of 2024.
Hello, Odessa High School class of 2024. We stand here today on the brink of a new chapter in our lives. At the end of our 4-year trek, it is a moment that is both exhilarating and bittersweet, marking the culmination of our high school journey. This special occasion is a time to reflect on the memories we've made, the lessons we've learned, and the friendships we've forged. As I reflect on this journey filled with a whirlwind of experiences, challenges, and growth, I contemplate on the profound impact we've had on the people around us. We have changed and improved situations in our community. Through food drives, mentoring future Ducks at the elementary level, and serving organizations in the MOT area, this class has amassed over 5,000 hours of community service. Through our Leadership Council and Duck diplomats, we have welcomed and supported over 900 Ducks who have entered these halls after us. And our work with the Be Positive organization has raised over $15,000 in the fight against childhood cancer. I applaud all of you for your successes and your achievements over the past 4 years. Each of you has contributed uniquely to our high school experience, and we all deserve to be celebrated. In the spirit of celebration and gratitude, the class of 2024 is proud to present our class gift, which is the Duck's Footprint Path to hang in the math hallway, commemorating where we began our academic journey. This gift represents our commitment to leave a lasting legacy for our school community. It symbolizes the bonds we've formed and the memories we leave behind. As we venture beyond these familial grounds of our Odessa High School and embark on our individualized journeys, let us carry the essence of being a duck with us. Whether it's in our studies, careers, or personal lives, let us embody the qualities of being determined, united, creative, kind scholars, making sure that optimism fuels our dreams and aspirations, propelling us forward with hope and determination. Let the acronym guide our actions and decisions as we navigate the paths ahead. Congratulations, my fellow graduates. I wish you all the best of luck as we fly into the future and flex our wings.
Good morning, family, friends, and graduates of the 2024 class of Odessa High School. It is an honor to be standing here in front of you all and to be a part of the first pioneering graduating class. Thank you to our administration, our teaching staff, and custodial staff, and many more adults in this building for their continued support over these last 4 years. As I look out to all these familiar faces, I relive the most pivotal moments of my high school career, riddled with fear and anxiety as to what this new school would offer me and teach me. I walked in through the front doors to be welcomed by Dr. Perrine with a smile and her famous, "Go Ducks." My smile slowly turned into a face of unease as I wondered how I was gonna make my way through those middle schoolers. The sight of Dr. Pritchard reminds me of having to start my day in PE class with a gym full of kids I didn't recognize. There I was at 7 in the morning, feeling scared and alone, when suddenly Bo came up to me and asked, "Hey, didn't we go to elementary school together?" And at that moment, I knew I made the right decision in coming to Odessa. It felt familiar, and it felt like home. As someone who wasn't too fond of running a mile that early in the morning, who would have thought that a PE class would be so impactful, or a friendly hello? In my time at Odessa, I've had my moments of triumph, and those not so successful, but there was always a door open, someone waiting to hear me, to listen to me, and to help me up when I fell. I'm sure we've all had at least one moment of, "Oh, that didn't work out how I wanted it to," or "Maybe I should have studied more," or the, "Oh, I'm not good enough." But there was always a door open. So thank you to Ms. Hoffecker for having your door open when my academic career was falling apart. Thank you for rescuing me with your kindness, reassurance, and care. And I'm sure we've all experienced a similar act of kindness and concern throughout our time at Odessa High School. So let's all take a collective moment and acknowledge the gratitude that we have for this dedicated staff. So at this moment, I'll ask to turn in their direction and say thank you. Thanks, Ms. Hoffecker. Thanks, Mom and Dad. This past year, Mr. Husney shared a phrase that will forever be ingrained in my mind. Expect nothing, but be grateful for everything. So let us learn to be grateful for the trials that blossom into new adventures, the rejections that turn into career opportunities, and closed doors that will turn into newer opportunities. Be grateful for the experiences, but most importantly, the people that led you there. Do not forget the green and gold or the small town in which you grew up, but use it as an example of how something small can blossom into so much more than you've ever imagined, and be grateful for it. Thank you.
Will the class of 2024 please stand? with the power vested in me by the Appoquinimink School District Board of Education through the Delaware State Board of Education, I present you for graduation these members present of the Odessa High School's class of 2024. Okay? And now the moment you've been waiting for, Ms. Shelley Wong and Mr. Latovich will read each graduate's name as they come across the stage to accept their diploma.
And now our top Ducks scholars. From the Advanced Placement Pathway, Tejasvi Gotapati. From the Computer Science Pathway, Carson Miles Alberding. From the Engineering Pathway, Christopher Robert Nagel. From the Computer Science Pathway, Hayden Taylor. From the Humanities Pathway, Jocelyn Renee Reeder. From the Engineering Pathway, Logan James Ament. From the Engineering Pathway, Patrick Thomas Fasano. From the Engineering Pathway, Opeyemi Abdulrahman Jamo. Entrepreneurship, Business, and Leadership Pathway, Jaden Michael Clugston. From the Science Pathway, Aiden Keith Osborne. From the Allied Health Pathway, Steve Benoit Jacob. From the K-12 Teacher Academy Pathway, Morgan Jessica Maurer. From the Music Pathway, Brandon Townsend Pierce. From the Plant Science Pathway, Ann Stewart Wall. From the Engineering Pathway, Wyatt James Ogbin. From the Science Pathway, Harrison Callahan Cotton. From the Animal Science and Management Pathway, Ella Grace Vandervoort. From the Allied Health Pathway, Lana Jo Savage. From the Advanced Placement Pathway, Elizabeth Rains Muther. From the Computer Science Pathway, Bernard Kingbeza Gangsik Osongu. From the Allied Health Pathway, Aiden Gassan Shubar. From the Engineering Pathway, Ryan Alexa Kite. From the Animal Science and Management Pathway, Nicole Page Paizinski. From the K-12 Teacher Academy Pathway, Sylvia Isabella Bonfigli. From the Animal Science and Management Pathway, Taylor Marie Flahart.
The School of Agriculture and Natural Resources. From the Animal Science and Management Pathway, Caitlin Adams. Gianna Marie Bazo. John Carl de Leon Bradley. Sydney Renee Cousins. Nicole Daniel. Lily Anna Flynn. Jordan Abigail Grosseibel. Liz Guerrero. Natalie Elizabeth Holdren. Chloe Danielle Myers. Samantha Noonan. Amelia Elizabeth Orndorff. From the Natural Resource Management Pathway, Tanner Matthew Herzog. Marco Louis Lucia. Bruce McCauley. Taylor Eileen Mahoney. Matthew Brian Santoro. Anthony Stephen Keone Shears. Jack Thornton. From the Plant Science Pathway, Kaylin Marie DeRosiers.
The School of Business and Economics, the Junior Achievement Pathway, Juan Andres Ayui. Kyla Jariah Bayan. Azir Bellamy. Ranson Eric Blyden. Caleb Butler. Alfredo Arismendi Dajer. Rayhan Alexander Ekobeni. Micah Philip Evans. Nathan Kunkulus Forrest. Jeremiah Basir Green. Cameron Robert Green. Philip Solomon Kamara. Ryan Michael Kane. Seth Alexander Kenner. Gianna Mena. Nathan Moen. Jasim B. Nance. Nathan Gerald Slattery. Kellen Michael Slowick. Jaleese Naomi Small. Andrea Del Carmen Tocto.
The School of Culinary Arts and Hospitality, from the Culinary Pathway, Maggie Alamo. Bojena Angelina Anand. Kyer Alexander Baker. Paige Davenport. Ash Gardner. Thomas James Goodman. Kimani Michelle Jackson. John Fabian Metz. Robert Minkler. Lauren Elizabeth Minzer. Jasmine Alice Moody. Connor Pham. Noah Eric Michael Rayfield. Giovanni Riley Riffle. Mark Rosano Stevens II. Michaela Jakira Tucker. London James White.
The School of Education and Leadership Development, from the Early Childhood Teacher Academy Pathway, Ella Alberti. Kira Madison Bateman. From the K-12 Teacher Academy Pathway, Mackenzie Devonshire. Brianna Lynn Ferrero. Madison Knudsen. Amaya Samaria Morton. Jabril Swint.
The School of Health Sciences from the Allied Health Pathway, Priya Acha Adu. Jared Christopher Dallas Alley. Angela Deline Apandi. Nathaniel James Barnett. Daje Fia Bromwell Reed. Kayla Lorraine Coleman. Kayla Nicole Diaz. Natalie Brooke Gephardt. Annabella Rose Glasser. Naomi Hazel. Alexis Grace Henderson. Brooke Isabella Hennessy. Braden Charles Hill. Taylor Nicole Hoey. Hannah Elise Holliday. Tatiana Howell. Carmen Sage Isbert. Alexis Danae Johnson. Mia Lynn Joseph. Justice Dominique Katzman-Kale. Alisa Hong Kumeni. Kayla Kuma. Broden Grant Lee. Macedonia Lopez. Melania Sydney Matthews Jerry. Leilani Isabel Mejias. Jalen Christopher Mercado. Abigail Lee Nylander. Liam Patrick Ohop. Renee Mura Kamunto Amwenga. Nicholas Onishchuk. Emmanuel Ajakum Opong. Jennifer Ann Owen. Logan Riley Quillen. Darren Antonio Robinson. Destiny L. Sharp. Madison Nicole Shaw. Rihanna Kayla Smith. Aldahir De Jesus Tenorio Perez. Nia Simone Vaughn. Amari Rajan Whittington. Jacob B. Wilshinsky. Kylie Brooke Young.
The School of Language, Literature, and Human Development. From the Humanities Pathway, Delaney McKenna Burrows. Caitlin Crespo. Asaya Queen Hampton DeWitt. From the World Language and International Studies Pathway, Peyton Brooke Gray. Lily Anya Kaufman. Mackenzie Truman.
The School of Military and Civic Leadership from the Criminal Justice and Legal Issues Pathway, Zafir Kane Ahmad. Grace Elizabeth Barnett. Layla Tajay Brown. Brianna Danielle Kane. Sebastian Cerezo. Roman James Christoffel. Thomas Canby Carpenter Clark. Morgan Tori Davis. Jordan Michael Earl. Destiny Amarie Heim. Gabriella Nicole Jacobs. Grayson DeVoe Jess. David Luke Johnston. Nicholas Anthony Keegan. Ariana Danae Lorenzi. Indigo Shania Lighty. Arden Skylar McCoy. Alejandro Mark Mendez. Miriam Mujahid. Danielle Elizabeth Munford. Michaela Ruthie Parker. Cristiano Gabriel Rodriguez. Naomi Adia Vaughn. Madi Olivia Williams. From the Jobs for Delaware Graduates Pathway, Elias Chandler Bay. Landon Paul Brown. George J. Diaz Burgos. Christian Adams Dinville. Paige Horn. Nivasia Ishaya Kirkland. Michael James Latham. Cayman Leonard Levy. Jalen Sean Lingham. Alec Andrew Ringer. Sean Michael Ringer. Aubrey Shepard. Angel D. Smith. Caleb Temple. Marcel Lamar Wiley. From the Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps Pathway, Hannah Sanai Allen. Ramon Kenneth Clayton Carter. Nicholas Robert Childs. Gianna Elise Nicholas. Sean Spencer. Sammy Solomon.
The School of Performing and Design Arts. From the Digital Communication Technology Pathway, Alana Ray Alvarez. Kai Jermaine Evans. Joseph Henry Lewis. Salvador Magana. Chase M. Morin. William Taylor Schellenberger. Malcolm Jerome Tiller. From the Music Pathway, Jaden G. Bannister. Xavier Earl Braxton. Marquise Tyrone Collier. Michaela Lene Fountain. Samantha Ruth Ginnels. Jordan Christopher Hollis. Malaya Giselle Jefferson. Ian Dimitri Lynch. Colin Robert McDonald. Gabriel Miguel Reyes. Paige Elizabeth Sarhage. Trinity Chauncey Smith. Angel Adele Wilson. Devin Jamar Weish. Jack Robert Zinn. From the Theater Arts Pathway, Zion Jamel Dunn. Jade English Fisher. Janaea C. Hammock. Olivia Jalen Rochester. Ricky James Shavico. From the Visual Arts pathway, Adriana Olivia Bell. Zoe Elizabeth Davis. Salah Sambi Dean. Leo Doyle. Yasmin Herrera Aguirre. Kyla Camille Lorick. Marissa Lauren Osborne. Zoe Patton Doherty. Vince Perez. Nicholas Ramos Mesquita Cavalcanti. Elena Marie Reese. Michaela Jade Sharp. Shelby Julia Sharper. Xana Rose Sousa. Yaris Tovar Quesada. Kylie Ann Williamson. Serene Ijama Wooten.
The School of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. From the Computer Science pathway, Solomon William Adote. Luis Gabriel Fernandez Diva. Alyssa Leanne Metellus. Prince M. Opong Ajay. Connor James Unruh. Trevor Gage Wiggins. From the engineering pathway, Neokai Rakino Anan. Alexander Charles Ben. Aiden Kyle Conover. Riley-Ann Geraldine Curtis. Cole Thomas Fry. Gavin Christopher Fritz. Emma Catherine Funk. Malik Joanne Givens. Colin Tyler Hall. Tatiana Monet Chantel Hutchins. Gabriel Junheen Khan. Mackenzie Keating. Alexia Kempsky. David Eliel Kernan. Daniel Amiao Kissy. Nathaniel Lee. Madison Lopiccolo. Suhail Absamad Martin. Aiden Michael Moroz. Evan Jacob Perchi. Jolene Milin Pham. Peter Raz. Miriam Sarwi. Isaiah Raymond Santiago. Drew George Smalling. Marcus Jakir Tucker. Ethan Van Burkham. From the forensics pathway, Connor James Hoffman. Lucas Aiden Thomas. From the science pathway, Ryan Lewis Calloway. Lucan Jr. Jones. Brian W. Rappaport. Alexander Richardson. Abigail Rebecca Cito.
The School of Skilled and Technical Trades, Construction Machinery Operator Pathway, Nathaniel Franklin Devonshire. Jan Justin Urig. Jason Daniel Harper. Brandon Daniel Martinez Hardy. Michael Robert Wilson. Zachary Lewis Wilson.
Congratulations, seniors. And now to close out our graduation ceremony, I would like to introduce a young man who consistently embodies the spirit of Odessa High School. Mr. President, Jeremiah Green.
Before I start my speech, I would like to say that I was brought up in the church, and what we do is call and response. So when I say good morning, I want you to tell me how your morning's doing. Good morning. Good morning. All right. I've been called a lot of names, Jerry, Mr. President, Mr. Mayor, but I think what I'm most proud of is that I'll be called a duck for the rest of my life. Hello, my name is Jeremiah Green, AKA Jerry, or as Mama Duck would say, Mr. President. We made it. Thank you to our families and Odessa High School staff, whom we have made true connections with. Because of these heroes, your parents, our teachers, we are prepared for the challenges that lie ahead. Dr. King once said, "I have seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I know that the promised land is there." As people, with what we have learned at Odessa High School, the class of 2024, we can make the promised land a reality. Who knew that we would have to make friends and build relationships from behind a computer screen? Who knew that there will only be 20 people in the hallway during a class change? Initially, we had negative thoughts of high school from home. We had to make friends in breakout rooms and build connections from behind a mask. Most importantly, build a community and a family. We had to build traditions to shape the identity of our alma mater. We, the Odessa class of 2024, are the history people will be reading about. We have told the stories and passed the tests, not just the ones on paper, and buried the time capsule, which I had to wait to keep it open for somebody. As we depart on our separate ways, I urge you to let your passions lead the way and allow you to make more history. Dream big and work diligently and creatively to achieve your goals. There's an old cartoon from the 80s about a skinny horse, a weak farm horse that lived in a barn and was only allowed to plow the fields and deliver goods. But he wanted more. One day, while delivering goods to a local racetrack with his owner, he was suddenly filled with a new sense of purpose. Initially, he was denied this dream by his owner, and he was mocked by the other horses at every turn. But he worked and worked to get stronger and faster, each and every day. Until one day, during a random delivery, the track owner noticed him and invited him to race with the other horses, the Cavaliers and the Jaguars. Forget those guys. As he crossed the finish line, he realized that he had achieved his goals. Now, I tell you this story to say, you, fellow graduate, were that skinny horse. And now, as you cross the finish line, strong stallions racing off into the future. If your dream ever gets denied, keep working and getting better each day to make that dream a reality. And now, a message for the last time from your principal, Dr. Veronica Perrine. She says it better, but you'll say it with me. Go Ducks!
Okay, historic class of Odessa High School, class of 2024, it's my pleasure to lead you through my last official act as your principal. The turning of the tassel from right to left symbolizes the transition from students to graduates and the new beginnings you will encounter. So, class of 2024, will you please stand? And now, move your tassel from the right side to the left side. Congratulations, you did it! Go Ducks! Woo! Congratulations, families. Please remain in your seats until the graduates have exited the gym. Your graduates will meet you in the parking lot, and then please exit the school in safe and an orderly fashion and clear the lots as our next graduating class will be arriving soon. We appreciate your cooperation, and once again, congratulations. Go Ducks!